Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Pro Dota 2 commentary. This is the Premier League, sponsored by Twitch TV, being organized by Ainge and being broadcast to you guys by DotaCommentaries.com. I am Luminous, and today we're joined by a lovely man with a lovely accent. His name is Gods. Short introduction, please, before we get into this lovely pick and ban analysis. Well, he's supposed to be here, and thanks for hanging him out dry, Gods. I'll track him down in a bit, but...
Whoa, I'm...
Okay, alright. I'm like, God, where you at?
You should have heard me. I had this great introduction lined up. I just start rattling off these great one-liners, and then I'm like, oh crap, my mic's still muted.
Okay, that could be an issue.
I'm Gods, the guy who does not remember to unmute his mic. I apparently do something over at Ghost Gamers called casting, but generally it just involves talking to myself with my mic turned off, apparently. But I also play on the Team Natural 9, so that's probably about it.
I heard Natural 9's owning things up really hard in the defense.
In the defense, yeah. We have so far, well, we have our first group stage number 2 match up in just an hour or two, but we did win our group, beating Navi in the group decider just a week or so ago. So we're doing well there, although we didn't do quite as well as we'd liked in the NA Dota Sunday Evening Cup Series tournament. We lost to It's Gosu there, but enough about that. We've got a game on our hands here, as this time it's Nirvana.MSI picking up that Night Stalker, and going to be interesting to see what EG go with. It looks like they just don't want to pick that anti-mage. They're saying, forget anti-mage, that hero just isn't good. I don't know.
Yeah, no, kind of what like you said in game number 1, maybe it doesn't fit their playing style. They like to be aggressive, they like to win, push early, and really, an anti-mage doesn't lend it too much in that department, in any pushing or, you know, ganking early on. Now, Chen is in the pool, and we're wondering if you could pick that one up here. Chen, pretty decent hero, especially against Night Stalker. Because Night Stalker, you know, wastes all his time, focus on one, drop that urn offensively, and Chen says, well, we'll send him home. And that's wide and available, and I'm surprised they haven't picked it up right now.
Yeah, I definitely think we may be seeing EG pick up that Chen. I mean, Nirvana, having not played a lot of Dota 2, Chen is one of those heroes that isn't that easy to get used to playing. So, especially, and not to mention, the Chinese teams haven't really been using Chen at all in the Dota 1 scene. So, I don't know if they want to pick up Chen. They maybe want to try and translate their Dota 1 playstyle over to Dota 2, which means they will be sticking with sort of their dual lane strategies, which we saw last game. With the Lich, sort of wanted to start out top, although ended up going mid, but they love their dual lanes. They hardly ever see them using tri lanes and hardly ever see them using jungle heroes anymore, except occasionally something like a Lycan in jungle.
Right, and hey, there's the anti-mage. Even though we say EG won't pick it up, they're going to pick it up right now. Of course, like what you said, Nirvana China falling back to that dual lane they love, and we're probably going to see something like Ancient Aberration plus Shaker on that bot lane. Of course, this could develop into a tri lane very easily. The good thing about this lane here is Kofi plus Fissure could come in from a very far range if you stack it right, and I believe Nirvana China will. You're getting at least 3-4 seconds of chain stun that you can't do anything from. Mass DPS output, smart ban coming from EG, because guess what? Ancient Aberration plus Void Ultimate is pretty devastating, especially on a hero such as Anti-Mage. Yeah. So they're going to ban that one as well. Now DK within the pool can combo very nicely with Ancient Aberration as well. We definitely saw a lot of that, you know, Ice Vortex into Dragon Tail into Kofi. That's your 4 or 5 seconds of chain stun as well. So let's see if Radiant's going to use their last ban on that Dragon Knight. No, it's going to be a Gondar. Interesting here.
I mean, EG could even go for something like a DK plus Chen of their own. I mean, both heroes still in the pool. And then, I mean, even having an anti-mage, you can still play aggressive and still push down towers. Have those 4 heroes, the Veno, Windrunner, Chen, and DK pushing down towers while anti-mage farms. And that also stops the Night Stalker from getting too many kills. If those 4 heroes stick together, get that pipe and mech up early, I mean, that's a strong pushing unit. And then you've got the anti-mage to fall back on. So we may be seeing EG not entirely relying on this anti-mage late game carry to actually win them the game here.
Yep. I've definitely seen anti-mage being parts of push strats. Believe it or not, like I see Navi just pick anti-mage for Volt, just buys a Vlad and like, let's go. And in pub game, you're like, what? Anti-mage Vlad's first? That's, you know, ridiculous. But, you know, hey, if you build a hero around a pushing lineup, he could definitely work. Now, that's probably not what we're going to see here for EG, but that has been done in the past. So now, here on the Dire side, on the 4th pick, maybe they're considering the carry. It's going to be a Lion here, so having the Hex ability against the anti-mage. And I do believe we might see something like... Well, never mind. I was going to say Brood Lion, but Brood's banned. So I don't know what we're going to see here, but we're going to see a Slaughter from EG, and that's that aggressive hero that you were talking about.
Yeah, it's those aggressive sort of tanky heroes that they do like to use, and immediately Nirvana.MSI picking up that lifesteal, they knew they wanted it, and I mean, this looks like a fairly aggressive lineup coming out from the Chinese. I mean, they've got the ESAA with the Fissure plus Cold Feet sort of stun lock combo. They can have a lifesteal on top of that, doing some serious damage, and maybe they're going to be wanting to put some sort of aggressive lane against the anti-mage at bottom, maybe with the ESAA, maybe going to throw in that lifesteal. This could be one of those rare situations where they do go with a tri-lane, but at the same time, we could just see the ESAA bot with the Lion and lifesteal at top in dual lanes there, and Night Stalker soloing the mid lane. And I definitely think we'll be seeing Night Stalker probably at mid lane, because they don't really want either the Lifestealer or Night Stalker at bottom lane. It's just such a tough lane for them to go in unless they are in a tri-lane.
Yep, the Night Stalker dual lane, mid lane, excuse me, is definitely a strong possibility, and of course that's the most standard way to lane him. But maybe they might be thinking, okay, well they know we're going to put the Night Stalker mid, so they might put a dual lane mid, kind of like how Nirvana China responded to, you know, the enemy's Night Stalker mid last game. So we might see, you know, supports starting to roam to the mid lane to help, you know, trying to win the lane, and we might see it to develop into a dual lane versus a dual lane situation. I hope I'm making sense there, but of course the Lifestealer could jungle as well, though we definitely have not seen that commonly done. I think only Navi jungles are the next.
Yeah, it was what Dendi did against us, but I don't think it's that effective of a strategy, simply because it means they lose their lanes too badly. If they've got a lifesteal in jungle, it means they're losing their lanes because they're outnumbered in at least one, probably two of their lanes. Right. And as a result, lifesteal in the jungle can't really come out and do a whole lot until later on in the game. Especially, I think, I mean, the way they played it, they had lifesteal actually coming out of the jungle looking for ganks on that lane. But
right.
When you have someone like a Windrunner there, a Lifestealer ganking can't actually kill a hero like a Windrunner, even with 2 or 3 heroes there. Windrunner just windruns away from the Lifestealer. So EG will pick up that Shadow Shaman Lasso, so it looks like they want to be fairly push-oriented at least. They've got the Plague Wards as well as those Serpent Wards and the tankiness of the Slaughter, which could, I mean, be a recipe for disaster for Nirvana.MSI.
Yep, of course, they have the diving potential from Fear. We might see something like Lacoste Fear on the dual lane, and then Milk plus Misery on the dual lane, and Playmate getting solo. But again, the versatility in terms of this laning is going to be insane, so let's not guess further. Fear is going to be playing... I hate playing USF. Okay. Fear is going to be playing the Slaughter, Lacoste on the Windrunner Playmate on that Shadow Shaman. Milk going to be playing this favorite Hydralisk once again, and Misery going to be on the anti-mage.
Yeah, and on the Dire team, the Nirvana.MSI team, we've got QQQ playing that Lifestealer, currently head down the bottom lane, but they are just going down bottom as 5. We've got Yummy on the Night Stalker, we've got Swine playing the Earthshaker, we've got JYY, the guy's name who you can't seem to get quite right, playing that Lion, and finally, on the Ancient Apparition is Banana, aka B.I. Bew.
Yeah, Bew, yeah. The reason I can't get it right is because his tag for other game is YYJ, and now he's JYY, and I've been calling him YYF's little brother, because they both play a pretty decent Windrunner or something like that, but now he switched it up. I'm like, oh my god, who's this guy? And looks like they're trying...
Sever his ties. Sever his ties, that brother of his.
But so far, generally when you roam offensively like that, you want to drop off a couple wards, but that's maybe they're faking that one, as there you see QQQ plus a line dual lane going on top. Night Stalker going to mid, so the most standard way to lane this, as we see Shaker and Ancient Apparition on that bot lane. So yep, like you said, the Chinese love the dual lane, and Lacoste is going to get scouted a little bit by a line. Maybe they're trying to set up a mid gank, indeed. And I do think Yume should know what's up. Like, he should know at least Windrunner is coming. But no, he doesn't care. Gotta be careful. Because Fear with a Slithering Crush could get an easy kill right now. He's getting in position. And Yume, yeah, he senses what's up.
Yeah. He knows what's up. The Shackle Shot not going to hit, but they've got a couple of disables. Playmate still level 1, has the Ether Shock level 1, so no Shackle. And Yume will be perfectly fine. That Stout Shield also helps a lot to block a lot of that damage. So, a lot of wasted time, but bottom lane...
How is that possible?
What am I seeing?
I don't know. A Gale Anti-Mage, a Gale and Anti-Mage without mana, or he had mana break. But you had a Shaker. I don't know what's happening. But what is happening on the top lane is we're getting a attempted stack here, but immediate ward by the Windrunner is going to cut that one for short. We don't have Sentry Ward here. So at the very least, he's going to get off one pull, but nothing else beyond that.
Yeah, and not having that pull option means this dual lane versus dual lane at top, will be fairly even. If anything, I think EG have slightly stronger with the Shackle Shot and the Slardar Crush, giving them 2 stun options. And without that pull, Nirvana.MSI can't rely on having that XP advantage and pulling option there. Although we may see the teams trying to pull that bigger camp a bit over there to the left, and that could sort of affect how the lane goes down. Mid lane, Shadow Shaman against Night Stalker. Shadow Shaman should have a slight advantage. Does have the Aether Shock to help him make sure he can get all the runes by pushing out the creep equilibrium, getting that wave pushing so he can ensure he gets those runes, and also having the range to Wrath. Definitely useful against Night Stalker. But I mean, I'm still like, how did they get that first blood at bottom? I mean, that's going to be a terrible start for Nirvana.MSI, and that puts them on the back foot really quickly.
I was clearly thinking to myself, okay, I'm gonna keep track of my eyes on the mid lane and top, because that's where the kills gonna come from. Because, you know, Shaker defensive hero, Anti-Mage defensive hero, they're not gonna get any kills. And obviously there's a kill in the mid lane, and well, a couple exchanges are being done there. But we do have the bottle already up on the Shadow Shaman. It's flying in. He is gonna bottle up immediately, and then he's gonna get the 2-minute runes because well, the Night Stalker is dead. On the top lane here, a lot of physical hits being exchanged here and there. I don't think they could really go for a kill on the top lane, they being Nirvana China. It's tough to kill Fear, because he will have to crush and sprint in just a bit. They are going to make it go right now. The Shackle Shot's going to be on a Hex right now on Fear. Just not enough. There's a crush, but Impale's going to do it. One more hit. And it looks like they... Wow. I shouldn't talk anymore because, you know, kills don't happen on the top lane, apparently.
Yeah, you're saying kills don't happen, 2 seconds later it happens, and just 20 seconds ago you probably didn't notice, but you're actually called Playmate Dendy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all these pro players, you know, they're all the same name. YJJ, QQY, I don't know, man. It's all the same now.
Yeah. Just see solo mid player, assume they're Dendy.
Yeah, there you go.
Every solo mid player from now on is called Dendy.
Yeah. Back in the bot lane here, looks like we do have that pull being successfully done by Milk. There is one ward here as well, so he can't really do too much pull. So just passive laning here and there. In terms of passive laning goes, I do believe it favors Nirvana China go just on broad theoretical, you know, like hero choices, because all the heroes really work well with EXP. But same thing on Nirvana, on EG side, they need EXP as well. So I don't think both teams really care about getting too many kills. They will pick some kills up if they can, but right now it's just kind of farm on both teams.
Yeah. Bottom lane, there was some serious aggression coming out from EG. Anti-Mage blinked in before there was even a Venomous Gale, and the Venomous Gale did follow it up, but both teams getting very low and having to use up a couple salves on both sides. But almost got a kill on the ES there, though.
Sorry, getting ganked by the police. No wards up, but double damage is up on him because he does have wards, seeing the top rune here, and that's going to cement that laning advantage, just like you said, using the Aether Shark to push the wave. He's level 6, by the way, so he can actually push this wave down, double damage, and go for a mid lane push if he truly wants to, or maybe pick up his TP score and get a gank on the top lane and get a tower push. Meanwhile, on the bot here, Anti-Mage, aggressive like crazy. Misery is just... Was he playing with the Vigos in him, and he's just chasing off 2 heroes in the lane. And he's going to be A-okay. Wow, meanwhile, in the mid lane here, looks like we have a huge dive. Yume might be going down. He does double damage from Playmate, just diving the mid lane. These wards will cut off the creep wave. And he should be able to do some significant damage on the tower on the mid.
I mean, those wards are actually going to be really well placed. They'll clear out a couple of creep waves, and with that DD rune, he can pretty much do serious damage to that tower. As AA does pick up the... Well, AA denies the Earthshaker. I'm saying AA killed the ES. Wait, what happened?
No, same team. Gale went on the ES.
Yeah.
Anti-Mage was blinking like a raging madman. Banana get off a very key tonight. Of course, Deny will stop the gold being gained by the Anti-Mage, but he will still gain the EXP.
Yeah.
So pretty nice for him like there. But right now, Aegis pretty much controlling every single lane. Mid tower, very low. There's a glyph coming in. TP scroll for Playmate. Playmate does have a bit of mana line. Get that Hex off. Get that Hex off. Come on. That's sad.
I think he for like half a second he went to hit a creep. I think that delay just really showing there for Nirvana.MSI.
Yep, Playmate trying to get the 6th rune. He's waiting for it. Maybe trying to set up gank on the top lane. Lifestealer, without the help of Lion, they could actually make a decent go if they could hit a Shackle Shot. A couple of physical hits being traded off. The rune is gonna spawn. Drum roll, please. It's gonna be on the bot lane here, but actually Lion might be in a little bit of trouble. He gets shackled up, but I think he's gonna be okay. There's a Hex, a couple of hits. Windrunner comes in right now. Power Shot's gonna hiss, and that's gonna blow off his head. Nicely done here by EG, helping out his teammates.
Expecting you.
Yeah, I was waiting for that Impale, but I think Playmate's fogging him, cancelled the Impale, and the power shot, I mean, great backup, great awareness there by Lacoste, seeing that action at top lane and coming immediately. And QQQ at top lane in a bit of trouble as Fear and Lacoste try going him, but the shackle shot not hitting results in his escape.
Yep. QQQ already had power threats up. He would like to pick up level 6 to get maybe a little bit of regen with his Infest. And of course he's going to be going most likely Armnet next for a lot of burst damage. But right now Nirvana China has a lot of worry, as if I'm going to pull up the farming chart here, 30 on the Rasta, 29 on the Slaughter, 32 on the Anti-Mage. We're seeing 7 minutes in, that's very, very good farm. We're looking at the other side, 29 on the Lifestealer and Night Stalker with 26. That's it. And we're getting right now Nirvana China getting pretty out-farmed for the most part.
Yeah, and I'm just... Oh, wow, top lane actually. Big aggression coming out from Nirvana.MSI. They've got 3 heroes. They want this Windrunner, but they also want this Fear. The Slaughter, who is going to take this tower, will probably go down.
Maybe not.
No,
it looks like Night Stalker coming in. Stout Shield doing some crazy, you know, pseudo random distribution hacks or something like that, blocking out so many hits here. And that gank, even though they got the kill there, they shows off really weak communication here from Nirvana China. Tower gonna get picked up by Playmate. Night Stalker would like to get the kill, but he's waiting for the cooldown of that Void. Playmate balling up as well. Both guys actually still duking out. Yeah, in that type of exchange, Nirvana China just kind of went on both heroes, and they almost not got either. So gotta really be careful about that one.
Definitely a bit of miscommunication, but Anti-Mage now getting some free farm. He's finally... I mean, that first 5 minutes, Anti-Mage at bottom, that's probably some of the most aggressive play I've ever seen from an Anti-Mage, and I think it actually worked out for him well. It was some smart play, but top rune, Shadow Shaman gets taken out. ES was there to stop him getting the rune, and Yuumi finished off the job with that nuke.
And this haste rune on Night Stalker can be a really a ticket of comeback, because with that you could get theoretically a double or even a triple kill, maybe a tower push down as well. Night Stalker is just an explosive hero, and let's see where they decide to use it. Are they trying to get a mid push going on? Ancient Aberration and Shaker both comes to the mid lane, maybe to get a tower push, but that's gonna give Anti-Mage even more free farm. He could actually hit down this tower, and that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yep, he's gonna chip away at it, but I mean, especially if no one comes to defend it. I think Misery will be able to get a free tower there, and that'll mean he can get up a very quick Vanguard treads, or possibly going to go straight for that Battle Fury, depending on whether or not he wants to tank up for some early aggression, some more aggressions and pushing, or whether or not he wants to just keep on farming. He may go for that Battle Fury first.
Yep, he saw a invisible Night Stalker running around. Good observer, or good Essential Ward being placed here. In fact, he was smoked up, so he literally had to look there to see his teammate was pinging him. So good job by him recognizing that. Looks like that haste rune really didn't do anything for Yuumi, and that's really unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
And of course, very standard play, having a Venomancer in your team. There's going to be one phase where you give your Venomancer a little bit of free farm to get up that max ward, get some levels of Poison Sting, get some levels in general, so you could be a little bit more effective later on.
Yep, and at the bottom lane, Nirvana.MSI, and they've grouped up the ES and Night Stalker are there, but Anti-Mage is going to backdoor this tower. It doesn't get the HP regen because it's a tier 1 tower, and Misery gets the tower. ES Fissure will stop the TP though. Misery should be fine, we'll just blink away with that tower unless he does get cut off.
Of course, there's going to be some chat going on right now. Oh my god, backdoor DQ please! Backdoor, by the way, is perfectly legal. That's why there's a tower regen being implemented. And it might not be the most gentlemanly move there, but it's definitely legal.
Wow, Fear at top with 20 HP. Not sure exactly what happened out there, but picking up a kill on the Lifestealer, Fear almost sacrificing his life for it, but we'll be quite happy to walk away with that 20 HP.
So definitely this game a lot more even than the last game. I think we could agree on that now. Night Stalker goes on Playmate. Playmate feared. Silence. He slowed down and looks like Night Stalker going to get a free kill. Killing spree on the Night Stalker has a double damage at Crow. Flying for his life. And now Milk says, oh shoot, I'm slowed. I have a double damage Night Stalker right on me. That's exactly what I mean by the momentum and explosive power. We're in nighttime. 2 kill only deficit for the Night Stalker team now. And they can go for a mid push with the help of that Night Stalker. Really good play here.
I think Malko's probably trying to micro that Crow. He's probably spamming C and saying, why the hell doesn't this Courier shield pop up? The Courier does not have the shield anymore.
Right.
Even though this is the tournament version, there's still some of the changes have been implemented, including that Courier, which doesn't have the shield.
Yep.
So he's probably like, why are you no shielding Courier?
And he paid for it with his life, and he's face palming right now in space. 20 seconds to go change log and type an email to Ice Frog, ragingly right now. But looks like on the bot lane here we have 3 or 4 people gather up. JYY is level 5, so he won't have the finger of death right now. QQ waiting on the wings, level 7, and haven't had a feast max yet. We've been seeing more and more of that lately, like not maxing feast on Lifestealer. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think with Lifesteal, it's more about getting those levels. I mean, as for what at level 7, I mean, whether or not, depending what you have, doesn't really matter a huge amount. I mean, Feast, whether it's 4%, 5%, or 6%, it's all fairly similar sort of lifestyle. I mean, obviously it scales better going into the late game when you start hitting faster once you get that armlet, but as a lifestealer, you just need those levels, you need those items before any of your skills really start scaling well. I mean, having 80% bonus attack speed from Rage isn't that good unless you start doing some serious damage, so you need that armlet.
Yep, and you can see that he's trying to trade some hits for Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage going to bait out a couple of spells and blink away, and right now Lifestealer is going to have some rain in the bot lane, but it looks like the engagement is going to happen on mid. In terms of tankiness of the heroes here, EG should have the advantage being the slaughter up in front. Night Stalker is in daytime now, so he's he's just truly mortal. Otherwise being a demigod. But now it looks like the tower advantage definitely in favor of the EG team, having 3 exterior tower pushed down, wards being dropped down really aggressively. Look at these wards being dropped down the Radiant side. They actually are looking for blood as EG is heading up to top lane for JYY.
Illusion.
Yep, and Fear will put that amp damage on and won't actually commit to any sort of aggression there as he is alone, and the Hex and Impel is more than enough to scare him off. But we will see Fear getting more and more free farm, going straight for that BKB. We'll have that in about 2k gold, and that will be pretty big. That's when EG really start controlling the game, when they get that BKB up, once they get the maybe Blink Dagger up on the Shadow Shaman as well, and then they will have just great mobility and great aggression as well.
So both teams just kind of farm for now. Maybe the Rasta, if they get a successful gank, drop off the massive and work for a tower push, but I don't think anyone's making any decisive push or any kind of dives at this moment. So both teams kind of chilling, and that might give Lifestealer what he needs to get the farm up and the level up, like you suggest, because he's been really hammered down at the top lane, not getting too much done, and he's actually losing quite a bit of HP against Misery, who's actually getting fairly decent farm, pushing that tower, backdooring that tower early on, and just having a lot of time chilling with the creeps.
Yeah, and I mean, right now it's easy enough to push down all those tier 1 towers with Shadow Shaman, but when it comes to pushing down tier 2 towers with Serpent Wards, they often defend it a lot better, and they will just pretty much bide their time. So this is kind of where you get into that Chinese style of game where both teams just farming up, trying to get those items. Anti-Mage, where are his items? He's got 300 gold, so maybe some... Yeah, he's got a broadsword and claymore on Crow, so he is going for that Battle Fury, and he's just 500 gold away from it.
Yep. Meanwhile, we did see a ping to defend the top tower, but looks like no one's really pushing. And a gank on Milk on the mid lane is going to be called, but where's this gank coming from? They really need
bottom lane, though. Bottom lane.
Oh, Lacoste Invisible coming in. A Blast comes in as well. Not going to hit on anything. Lacoste Invis is going to see the Night Stalker, and there goes your entire gank attempt. He's going to go right. Oh, he gets blocked quite a bit, so if he was paying attention, he would have noticed. But no, looks like gank attempt is not going to be successful, and they're going to back off for now. Top lane here, Fear doing a lot of pressure. That's going to force the TP from the Lifestealer. He doesn't really care too much because he's going to get the farm there. For the most part, these wards are just scouting everything here for Nirvana China.
Yep, and it looks like Mount getting some more Observer wards, just getting as much farm as he can. Doesn't look like we're going to see a pipe anytime soon for the Venomancer. Windrunner getting closer to finishing off that mech. And Anti-Mage now just 20 gold away from that Battle Fury. Going to be seeing a lot of farm coming up on him very, very quickly at this rate.
4 guys on top against Fear. He has Sprint, so he could make it out very easily. Of course, Blink Dagger up on Playmate already, so he could be using that offensively or defensively. And for now, 4v2 situation, he's going to back up. And right now, it seems like even though the entire EG team is not really doing together, they're not traveling together. And generally against a Night Stalker, that's very dangerous. For the most part, they're actually okay. And I think that's really due to the fact that they literally see everywhere where that Nirvana China is going. The war control is just really good.
They've got great map control. You can see Malk just solo pushing that mid lane, keeping those Plague Wards up, clearing out every creep wave, and basically forcing at least one Nirvana hero to be there, constantly defending. They've got that aggressive ward way up near that cliff at the top, near that top tier 2 tower. And their map control is just fantastic this game, and they're not really scared of anything. I mean, they're not being aggressive, but they know they can really push their farm in dangerous places and then get out before the ganks actually come. So, EG really playing very well here.
I must say, EG is out-Chinesing the Chinese. Can I say that? Does that make sense here? Because that's how the Chinese love to play the game, and right now, Nirvana China is on the back foot of things. No map control really, not successful ganks off. And they are supposedly the aggressor with the Night Stalker line. These are very aggressive here. And there's a smoke attempt trying to head up on the mid lane. They did smoke in the fog, so no one really know exactly where they are. Maybe they'll get a kill on Milk, but they really need the range to really make it happen. Lacoste waiting in the wings to drop off a shackle shot. They will see Swine gets their perfect chainstun. No, not the perfect chainstun. Hex and Impale being dropped on the same hero, but they will just outman him right there. And it looks like Daedalus comes around a little bit, but not going to get too much. And look at Misery. He doesn't mess around. He's going to get a kill with Mana Void for sure. There's a Mana Void kill, but he's going to be able to blink out as well. Here's a blink in from Playmate. Massive and War Trap. Nicely done. QQ have to back off now. He's going to take so much damage when the wards. He's going to go down. Misery finally making going, and there's a silence. Trying to run around the wards. He's going to be okay. Regenning with the Battlefield regen. Yume gets shackled, taking so much damage overall. There's a Hex as well. He's not missing the chase then. Playmate playing without any lag. Gonna get a couple kills here. And despite being at 100 HP, he's still looking for a kill. Misery is really, really playing so aggressive this game.
Yeah, one hit there from the AA, and Misery would have actually gone down because he was tanking that tower pretty hard. So AA just kept running, but if he turned around and hit just once, Misery, who at one point had 20 HP there, could have been a fairly easy kill. But Fear is still just sitting atop, but now has a Vanguard. Decided to get the Vanguard before finishing off that BKB, doing some solo pushing, and is getting very, very big, very fast.
Yep. Now, of course, Lifestealer, one of the best here to go against tanks, but only if you could survive long enough to deal the damage. In that previous engagement, we definitely saw his issue with survivability. Still does not have the armlet yet, although he has 1,400 gold, so should be missing about 300 or 400, I assume, for that armlet. So he's going to get it pretty soon. But right now, again, the map control very well in favor of the EG side as they're trying to set up a gank. There's a blink Hex, or blink a shack on him. He's going to get the Hex off for sure. No, there's an immediate rage. I do believe Hex is an instant casting time, right?
He doesn't actually have mana for it.
Oh,
so
that's okay. That would be an issue, yes.
I'm not sure how that would work if Nake's is spamming rage and then Shaman is spamming Hex. What would actually happen first if he's shackled?
I don't know. I do believe Hex is instant cast. Actually, I'm not sure about that.
Rage as well as
instant cast. Alright, so it's like interesting.
They're both in range. They're both facing each other, so I'm not too sure how that would interact with each other.
Oh, Lacoste finally gonna get picked off.
Top lane though. Oh, Lifestealer got Ward Trap, but then just ate into a creep. And Fear gonna see him pop out in just a second.
He's gonna crush an amp damage on him right now, but he's tanky enough to survive, and actually he's gonna go right on Fear with amplified damage on, so he's taking extra tower. This tower is under really a lot of fire from the circle board. Someone please, for the love of God, deny this. Oh my God. Come on. Okay.
Yes, they did.
Okay, so that's
meanwhile, Anti-Mage is just free farming. He's got 2.6k gold, just pressuring that and solo farming that mid lane near the tier 2 tower. And EG, they're going to say, okay, you can have that kill, but we're still in clear control of this game.
Yep, I was just about to say that Nirvana China, even though they're getting these kills, they're getting kills within their own territory, so they can never really develop a push going on. Equilibrium always on their side, Misery doing such a good job pushing it, Slaughter doing such a good job pushing it, and the supports doing a good job warding down so they can push without fear. And, hey, it's working out really nice in Nirvana, building up 3 or 4 guys on the mid lane. Maybe they want to choose a fight, but Milk already in position to set up all these wards and gonna stop that push cold. And here comes Playmate with Invisor. Not much mana left. Well, he will have enough to drop off at least a Blink, Hex, and a Shackle if necessary. But for now, he's roaming around with Invisor, and let's see how good these Hack Sentry wards are.
Yeah, they did manage it once already, but he's going to run to this Night Stalker. Night Stalker gets pinged by the Radiant team. I don't think Playmate wants to go on the Night Stalker though. He does have Vanguard treads earned, that's 1700 HP, and that will have more than enough to survive most ganks at least.
Well, he might want to go on Banana or the Line. These are free pickings for him right now. Of course, Nirvana China heroes are close by. Line kind of running around Line, very desperate, going for treads as well. So really the supports on this on the Dire side really desperate for HP. Both teams kind of meandering around. There's a smoke being popped off here. And of course, Banana wasn't part of the smoke party because he was lit up for quite a bit, and they really want Milk. There's a silence on him right now. A-Blast is gonna hit. Great aim here, and they're gonna do so much damage. Jayla's gonna block off. No, he's gonna be okay. No one focus him. What are you doing, Nirvana China? Fear gets picked off, and that's a big win still. They're gonna focus on Playmate. Master the Warriors drop. Lifesteal's gonna be a-okay. I think that's fine. They did not kill the
they got the more important kill. I mean, Silly Slider is definitely more crucial for them, but one hero probably should have chased up that Venomancer. Yeah. One hero, I should say.
Yeah. But after with this successful kill in the middle of the map, maybe they could transition with a push, but Shackle Shot is going to miss. There's a blink in from the Playmate. Swine taking quite a bit of damage. She does have a bit of mana left, but we won't have time to cast it as you see Lacoste. Or walking, he is going to cast a Fissure, but his teammates no longer there as they're chasing. Who? They're chasing Misery around. That's not a good choice. Here comes Line here, gets a Hex off Lacoste. Where's the Impale? Finger of Death on him right now. Lacoste gets sent up in the air, and with the Impale, A-Blast is going to finish the job. QQQ not getting 2 minutes, and here comes Fear. 2-man crush. He is going to get dodged by QQQ, life stealing a lot of back. Misery in position as well. Misery blinks out just at the tail end of the kill. Yume is going to get chased down. These guys are kiting the hell out of Nirvana China. He's going to get brought down. Look at Misery blinking around with 50 HP.
I mean, that fight looks so back and forth. It looked like it could go Nirvana's way, but in the end, they lose it 5-1. I mean, EG, as you said, just great bait. Not so much baiting, but just kiting. They were just playing with their opponents, blinking around, going in at the perfect times, and then baiting Nirvana to go back in and overextend. So Nirvana, in the end, lose their entire team there, and will end up losing at least one tower here, maybe a couple, maybe even Roshan, as EG will now just back off though.
They do have the amplified damage, so if they could pop off that block, now they're going to back off. Not enough mana to really sustain that Roshan engagement, so backing off for now. The creep will be on really well in favor of EG side, as now Nirvana China, even when they respawn, they have to push out a lot before they get the map control back. Offensive wall being dropped by Milk, and looks like they're going to have the eyes on this very last exterior tower from Nirvana China, and Nirvana China is going to defend it with all their pride and life and whatever else they're putting on the table, because they need this tower for any type of future Roshan engagement for sure.
Yep, and they will back off a little bit. They were going to wait for the Venomancer to join up with them. Venomancer almost finishing that pipe, only 500 gold away from it. Surprised that Winrunner doesn't have his mech at this point. But I guess he did go down that one time to the ES and Lion combo, and his farm has been slowed down a bit. Something's flying out. Maybe that's the mech. Yep, mech is flying out, but here's the engagement.
And there's the Fissure trying to block off the melee here, doing a fairly good job. Playmate gonna get picked off. One more hit. Again, someone, for the love of God, is still alive. A-Blast gonna hit on everyone. Swine trying to run away. Lifestealer trying to run away. Look at Anti-Mage, unstoppable. Double kill, triple kill, ultra kill, whatever. They're winning the game right now. EG chasing off. This is yet another 0-14 fight. How is Playmate still alive?
But you should see my face when Playmate just walked away. My jaw just drops, and I'm just like, what? Playmate's still alive? I'm like, just someone right-click him. Come on.
I don't know how much of it has to do with lag, how much to do with miscommunication, but it's well, Playmate gonna get the lucky Anesthetic Master Bin board being dropped down here, and I do believe this is gonna be Rax, as we see quite a bit of time here, at least 10 more seconds for a good bulk of the carry heroes on the Dire side.
And Anti-Mage is brought back. He's pushing down the mid lane, has that Mantisar up, which adds a lot of pushing power and damage coming out, especially considering this is the old version where Anti-Mage still has ridiculously fast attack speed, and this is not looking good for Nirvana CN now.
Anti-Mage gets impaled up, and right now QQ have to find the real one. Echo Slam gets dropped. A-Blast is here as well. Venomancer answer with his ult. Still no one dies just yet. Anti-Mage actually dead. Nice focus fire here being done from Nirvana China. They're going to try to chase away. Fear's going to prop his sprint. It's going to be A-okay. And actually they might be going offensive somehow. Ancient Aberration gets a kill. Shatter kills, I assume. But Fear is still right back in things. He's going to just go man down this range Rax. Where's that Lifestealer? Is he in a creep?
They did manage to kill this Anti-Mage again, but Lifestealer is hiding in a creep in his base. If you click this little icon at the top, you can find out exactly where.
But yep, they got a couple of revenge kills, but more or less a victory that's, you know, a fair victory. Pyrrhic victory, however you pronounce that word. But where did Nirvana China go from here?
I mean, they're going to have to get this life stealer up nice and farm. They're going to have to really get some nice smoke ganks. And, I mean, it's going to be a tough ask for them to come back here, but I definitely think it's possible. But given the circumstances where EG are playing so well together, and Nirvana.MSI obviously struggling to deal with this lag a bit, and now EG with the Aegis as well, I don't think we're going to see any sort of comeback here. But I mean, I wouldn't call Nirvana.MSI out of this just yet, though.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is definitely a lot closer of a one-sided stomp than last game, if that sentence made any sense, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like they are hugging up for a smoke. They're not giving up just yet. If for a smoke gank, let's say on the Slaughter, if you get rid of his Aegis and kill him another time, being surrounded by 3 or 4, that might just be enough. They are smoking around and looking. They will see Anti-Mage on the top lane, but of course he is not alone. And it looks like they might just smoke in for a 5v5 engagement, which I do believe if the Dire side get the correct positioning, they have the AoE to really do a big number, especially if YJJ. It looks like both teams are smoked up. Impale should grab 2. There's Impale. AA Blast not really hitting anything. Okay, they do kill the Venom Master. Here comes Anti-Mage with Manta. Echo Slam being dropped. No mana from the Shaker. No cooldown from the Shaker. Here comes Slaughter with Aegis. He's actually going to chase down the Night Stalker, or at least chase him away for now. Ryu goes down immediately, and Yume goes down within a second as well. And they do believe that was their last hurrah. They did not get that victory. They would not get any victory, and looks like Darkwing understands well. GG being called in that time.
The BKB on Zada just proved to be too much for the Chinese to fight against, and then throw in the Anti-Mage with Manta Style just blinking in and doing so much damage. But they put up a good fight this game. I definitely think if a few more things had gone their way, it could have been even closer than that. But unfortunately, today was not the Chinese's day, and I think that's their second loss in the Premier League, which is unfortunate for them. I mean, I don't think they've just had enough time to adapt to this Dota 2 game yet.
I don't think they're playing bad. You can't really isolate the game that they're playing bad, but they're just not as good as the other teams, or not as good at playing at the other team. So, you know, it's unfortunate for them, but hopefully as this Premier League, we're only in week 2. As the Premier League goes on, of course, they might be understanding Dota 2 a little bit better, and hopefully they will be performing a little bit better as well. Yep, looks like EG is going to clean things up, so this should conclude the broadcast for the Premier League for today. I want to thank Gods for joining me for these 2 matches here and providing a very important insight from the eyes of a pro player. There you go.
You flatter me. I'm a glorified bench warmer.
And there's a GG. Throne is destroyed, and that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's broadcast. I'll leave the stream on for just a bit. Of course, this is the Premier League being broadcasted by Dota.com, sponsored by Twitch TV, and organized by Ainge. And check the Premier League Facebook page for all the information. You can check me out on YouTube as well. I really appreciate that. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Luminous and Gods signing off. See you guys.